What is up, guys? I'm bringing Last of Us multiplayer commentary. I know it's been like a week since I've kind of done a commentary, but there are some kind of technical things preventing me from doing so. There are some renovations going on in my house, but I'll be able to get right in the swing of things again now that everything's been sorted out. And I want to talk about this gameplay a little bit because it's a little bit of a unique gameplay because as you can see here, I'm only using the revolver, and me and my group of friends who were playing in this party decided to mix it up a little bit. We kind of got bored of trying our little dicks off like in every damn match, so we decided to do something that we dubbed the Chosen One, which is basically one person on the team is designated the killer and supposed to get all 24 kills in the match. Basically, only one person in your party is allowed to get kills, while the rest of your team basically plays support, heals, and can give them gifts and stuff. And we also use smoke bombs, and we do down the opposition a couple times. Like, we have a one-hit melee stick, and we do defend ourselves and down them. But the chosen one in this match is Arbitros, and Arbitros has to get all the kills, and he got pretty close. I mean, I think mathematically there's a potential 24 kills, the 4 lives you spawn with, and then the pool of 20, so I mean that makes 24. And Arbitros got almost all 24 kills. Unfortunately, the last guy somehow jihaded / killed himself with the Molotov at the very end, so he kind of got cheated out of that, record-setting thing that we were kind of going for. But we got close enough, and we also got close on Billstown as well. And I think we all didn't even die. That's how decisive it was. In this match, we actually played against some fairly high-level players, some competent-ish players, and we kind of pulled it off, which was kind of sad and funny that we actually did it, more or less, except the last guy killed himself, as I mentioned. But we got pretty close, and I think it's close enough. And I'm gonna send the challenge out to you guys in the Last of Us multiplayer community. Give it a try. When you're rolling in a party, if you guys get a little bit bored of just curb stomping the scrubs and public matchmaking, have one guy try to get all the kills in your party, and rotate who's the chosen one, because we took turns being the chosen one, trying to get all 24ish kills. We all took turns in the party being the one guy getting all the kills. Be sure to try it out, see if you guys can, do better than us. Maybe you guys can do it perfectly, like nobody dies and you get 24 downs and executions or whatever. See if you guys can give it a shot if you want to, or let me know if you guys come up with another new little mini game / idea you guys do when you play the multiplayer, since as you know there's really only 2 modes, and I know they added no parties for each playlist or whatever, but it's kind of getting a little bit old. And me personally, I'm fairly surprised I've been enjoying the multiplayer as much as I have, but at the same time I've been finding myself having very little enjoyment when I play by myself, truth be told. I mean, it's not really the game that pisses me off so much as how how one dumb random can really screw you over, because I mean that's one less teammate, so that just means there's 3, and that literally means the other team could just Zerg rush you or overwhelm you with numbers. And it's a little bit different in other games where I mean you can't really lone wolf it in this game, and I've definitely tried. I've played in the no parties playlist, I've played in normal playlist trying to play by myself, and I just don't really find it enjoyable to play by myself. It's not really that amusing. It's not really a gameplay gripe so much as it's just so annoying when you have a dude going 0-7, and when I think I'm carrying, for example, I've done some crazy scores. I think I've gotten 17 downs and 15 executions one time, but it's you think you're carrying, but you're really not, because when I looked at that match, my teammates weren't even doing bad. I just was doing that good. But anytime my teammates do actually bad, it really does hurt and affect just about everyone, and it's really annoying and obnoxious to have one bad teammate. And like I said, carrying in this game was a little bit different, and I'm not really sure it truly is possible if one of your teammates is genuinely useless. I'm not even sure it's actually possible to carry. Especially the other team is literally slightly I don't know, just slightly better, and people usually tend to stick together, and it can really just screw you over. Like I said, I've been having a hard time kind of enjoying the game playing it by myself, but when I do play with other people, I find it incredibly enjoyable. I've been mixing it up gameplay wise as well. I've been using the burst rifle, which a lot of people have dismissed as being terrible, but I do find it pretty effective on maps like High School, Checkpoint, and Billstown as well. Is pretty doable for the burst rifle. I used to be pretty proficient with the bow, but I haven't really used it in a while, so I'm kind of out of touch with it, but I definitely want to start using the bow again because I always kind of liked it. It's one of those weird weapons that it's actually pretty deadly. It's a one-hit headshot, kind of like the sniper is. It's silent. It costs 3 points. The one annoying thing is the drawback. The drawing, you have to like draw the bow, whereas the other guns you just pull the trigger and shoot. That's a little bit annoying, and the rate of fire, it's not the best. But one huge advantage of the bow that I think is massive is the fact that when you get hit by the bow, you have no idea where that came from. It's pretty obnoxious to play against a bow user because you never really know where you actually got hit from. Whereas the other weapons in the game, you kind of pretty much know, even if they're silent, you can kind of see the bullets. The bow, you don't even know what happened. It's crazy silent. Like you don't even hear it unless it's like super nearby. But like I said, I've been trying to mix it up a little bit. And honestly, the most fun thing in the game definitely is using a military sniper and blowing people's heads off. That literally never gets old to me. I just love using the military sniper and going for those one-hit execution headshots. But I mean, enough about the gameplay. I also want to talk about this recent event that happened this past weekend. For those who don't know, Evolution 2013 was this past weekend. If you don't know what Evolution or EVO is, it's a giant, tournament event where all the best competitive fighting players and like gamers just attend and watch like the best of the best duke it up for the championship. They got like pretty much every fighter. They got Tekken, they got the major ones like Street Fighter and Marvel vs. Capcom, Mortal Kombat, Injustice was on there. And one thing I want to point out that's really near and dear to my heart is Super Smash Bros. Was at EVO and it was played on the main stage. And to see Super Smash Bros. That community, being a part of that community, like come so far from being like this, that one fighting game that a lot of people took competitively, but not, it wasn't really widely accepted like the mainstream ones like Street Fighter and Marvel. And seeing how far that community has come, seeing how hard they've struggled to, really make their names, just is really enduring and just, inspires me and should inspire just about any, small niche community to really push themselves to how far they can reach. I mean, who really would have thought Super Smash Bros. Would have made it on the grand stage of Evolution? And there it was on the main stage, grand finals, Mango versus I think Wobbles or whatever, which was an incredible match. I mean, almost every Evolution match was amazing. Truth be told, I mean, almost every ladder was reset. Like people were it was really weird because a lot of the best players were in the losers bracket this year, and they wound up making incredible comebacks. Which, I mean, when you think of losers bracket, you think, oh, these guys are terrible. They're the ones that lost. But no, they're all killers out there. They're all incredibly talented. I mean, the fighting community, these guys are just decade-old veterans, and they're the best of the best. And there's a reason why. I mean, they've dedicated their lives to fighting games for so long, and they're all equally talented, and any one of them could have easily taken the title. But like I said, it was all spectacular. I mean, obviously the highlight that people have been talking about is Justin Wong's amazing comeback in Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, but even King of Fighters, like the guy in Losers Bracket, came back, won it all. It was almost the case in Super Street Fighter, but the guy in Winners still wound up taking it. Same with Marvel Flockers, still wound up beating Justin Wong at the very end, even though it was very close match. It looked like Justin might have pulled a miracle out there, and it was just incredible to see all these matches. And like I said, seeing the Smash community up there really meant a lot. Not just watching all these competitors compete, but just seeing familiar faces like Mewtwo King and Armada and stuff. It was just really incredible to see those guys continue to support that that awesome game. Because I mean, Super Smash Bros. Brawl was basically a competitive joke, but Melee, many people consider probably the best Super Smash Bros. We'll have to wait and see how the newest Super Smash Bros. Turns out. If it if the competitive community takes off with it. I'm not really sure. A lot of people aren't really too optimistic about how it turns out, but we'll have to wait and see. But like I said, Evolution is huge, and if you haven't seen it or checked it out, definitely do so. I mean, even if you're not into fighting games, if you're just a competitive gamer, you have to check out Evolution. It's one of the grandest stages for competitive gaming, and it really highlights the passion of the gamer and how far they're willing to go to show their love for the games. I mean, you can just see the energy in the crowd. When I was watching it on Twitch, when I was watching the live stream, you can just see the energy in the crowd and how excited they are to watch these players compete and how much they love the games they play. And it really is just awe-inspiring and spectacular to really see it. EVO is just really special. Even if you're not a competitive gamer, just check it out, just to see, it's just a perfect example of the passion of the gamer and what they're willing to do, because it's pretty impressive considering EVO's been around for this long, and it just shows the strength of the gamer basically. And when I really thought about it, at the same time, it made me a little bit sad because the fighting community has this awesome event that everyone in the gaming industry knows about, but like the shooter genre really doesn't have that sort of thing. I mean, that being said, I think now that I think about it, I think Call of Duty had an event this past weekend alongside EVO. I think it was a Gfinity, which was a London tournament for Black Ops 2, and a lot of the top Call of Duty teams were there. I think Complexity wound up taking over the European team. I think this random European team, which a lot of people count out the European teams out, wound up placing second over Optic Gaming. But like I said, there isn't really a sort of like huge major event for the shooters like Evolution, where all the shooters come together and they play, and there isn't really something like that for shooters, and I really wish there was. I think it'd be really awesome if someone like decided to call it the answer to EVO for the shooter, competitive shooter, and I think that raise some huge potential to showcase some of the more lesser known competitive shooters out there, maybe some Uncharted, but obviously the major staples would be there, like Counter-Strike, like Halo, like Call of Duty, like Gears, all those major competitive shooters. I mean, one major event, all competing. I think it would be spectacular. I think somebody should do it. Someone should definitely do the EVO for shooters, if you will, because I think that'd be awesome. And I don't think you can get enough events like that, because like I said, gamers are very passionate, and you can just see it when you attend and see these events. It's just awesome to see. But that's it for this commentary. I'm curious to hear your thoughts and comments if you saw EVO, what you think of this little chosen one little mini game I came up with. So as usual, leave your thoughts and comments below, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.
I got more shit to give you. Right. I got a bomb. What if we never find it?
I'm fine.
That would be so funny if we didn't find it.
I got a molly.
I got a molly too.
Alright man, I'm good to go. Alright man, I'm good to go. Watch my ass.
You got something death now, remember that. Yeah, be careful. Let me and Dolly go in front, and then...
Look out!
Did you get him? No, I didn't. I got a machete.
Hold on, let's go.
Oh, really?
I see him. He's coming here. Turtle car.
How do you
Alright man, I'm
upgrade
good
it?
to go.
Go in front. Just run.
How do you upgrade it, Chris? Just select, dude. Select. Oops. Oh my god. I didn't mean to. I meant to look at the last. Oh yeah, sorry.
Oh my god.
RV died.
Let me spawn on you.
Shit, I gotta wrap this up.
But he killed himself. He killed himself. Oh, that was machete's bait. That was machete.